Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Purvanshi Mehta. Purvanshi Mehta is an innovative entrepreneur and co-founder of Lica World, a forward-thinking startup that leverages AI to revolutionize design and creative industries. With a passion for blending cutting-edge technology and creativity, Purvanshi focuses on building tools that empower designers to maximize their artistic potential while streamlining workflows. She is dedicated to democratizing design through AI, making advanced resources accessible to creative professionals worldwide. Purvanshi is known for her thought leadership in the intersection of tech and creativity, frequently sharing insights on the future of AI-driven design. Well, good afternoon, Purvanshi. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to this conversation.
Absolutely. Love doing this. And I appreciate you making the time. You're hailing out of the great city of San Francisco. We're here in Kansas City. And by the way, we just had a football game last Sunday, if you recall. We came to your hometown and Chiefs won, unfortunately, but that's totally fine. Love doing podcasts in San Francisco. So Purvanshi, let's jump right into your first question. Lica World aims to revolutionize the design industry through AI. Can you share the inspiration behind founding Lica World and how you envision AI reshaping the creative landscape?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So actually, we are trying to build AGI for design, starting with your video AI assistant. And videos are the most powerful medium for capturing attention. Like they convey complex ideas quickly, and they try and creating memorable connections with most of your audiences. But if we see the landscape, 90% of business creators like product marketing teams, sales enablement, they lack the skills and time to create polished videos. So we are just trying to give them a video AI agent, which will focus on giving them an assistant where you can talk to it like you're talking to your designer, and you can get work done, make videos quickly. Most of the video generation tools that we see in the market, they focus on replacing camera-generated footage with AI-generated imagery, and which is very impractical for businesses to adopt because they want to communicate ideas and they need to blend in their own assets with external content to reflect their brand identity. So this is what we are trying to do at Lica. And to your second question, how do you envision AI reshaping the creative landscape? I think a lot of grunt work would be handled by AI agents, and creative people can focus on strategic work rather than changing pixel by pixels. So example, a lot of these different platforms support different aspect ratios. LinkedIn has something different, Twitter has something different, and Instagram something different. So what if you do the creative work once, and then the video comes out in different aspect ratios automatically for you to put on them?
Thank you. I appreciate you sharing what you're doing to leverage the power of AI. Today, we've got a lot of human capital caught up in monotonous work, things that they could be doing some other creative tasks versus trying to, as you mentioned, pixel by pixel, try to do a lot of this modification when we can absolutely leverage the machines now. So I appreciate that. Purvanshi, as someone deeply involved in both technology and creativity, what challenges do you see designers facing today, and how can AI assist in overcoming these hurdles while enhancing artistic expression?
Yeah, definitely. So I think a lot of challenges that designers are facing today is the lack of time, because current tools, creativity is very time consuming, but the most of the time where people are spending is on, resizing issues and personalization demands. And that's why now they have a huge time crunch for how do you even coordinate with different teams in your company to get the best thing out there. So I think where people face the most challenges is time pressure, where they need to rapidly create and iterate designs for multiple platforms, from web platforms to mobile platforms. And that's why they are not able to do deep creative work. The second I would say is like managing complexity for like various mediums and resolutions and user preferences and catering to different demands in your team. There's a lot of collaboration. Every team has different needs. A lot of time is wasted or goes into collaboration. And obviously there is a personalization aspect to it where you have to be, if you're a PM and answering their needs, you have to personalize according to them. If you are from catering to a marketing team's demands, they have different demands. So it's really, really hard for them. And how AI is resolving these challenges is like Firstly, automating repetitive tasks. So there are so many tasks that we do every day, which, we can mark as repetitive and let an AI agent do for you rather than you wasting your own time. And then you can just work with AI tools to enhance your creativity. Like you can use generative AI design to create a first draft for your mockups, or you can ask the agents to offer a fresh perspective or different kind of palettes for a platform that you're building. And obviously, with all these things, your productivity increases and you can actually do deep technical or deep creative work.
I really like that. And you did highlight something I feel is important. Came out several years ago, but Google came out with Flutter, that platform that allowed developers to focus on one platform develop, and the output would be both for the iOS and the Android. That's the type of technology that really gets me excited. And I know that's what you're doing, leveraging the power of AI here. So thank you. Purvanshi, AI-driven tools are becoming more prevalent in creative industries. How do you ensure that Lica World's tools complement rather than replace human creativity?
Oh, yeah, that's a really good question. I love that question because I feel a lot of people feel threatened by the name of AI these days. But the reality is, one, if I talk specifically about Lica, we are building Lica as a co-creator rather than something which is autonomous. We believe the best kind of creativity comes from and with human beings. And you should be able to focus on like more creative and strategic tasks for your company. If you're working with someone, you should be able to focus on tasks which are your highest creative level rather than something which is repetitive. So that is the very first task where we are automating repetitive tasks. A very good example would be, let's say you have to search for the memes which are trending and you don't want your company to, be sending memes which were 1 year old. If it's like a Barbie Oppenheimer era, or if it's like a Charlie XCS Brad Summer era, we want your company to be putting content around that time. And what we are going to do is Lica is just going to give you suggestions. Hey, this is trending. Do you want to use this? And how you use this is still on you. Like you can put all your creativity into it. The second thing is like customization. So today the tools are highly customized where you can be as nuanced as possible or as high level as possible. So I definitely believe in making the software work for a person rather than the other way around. Right now, if you see all the tools, creative tools in the market, they have infinite number of buttons and the onboarding is so heavy. So it actually, a lot of everyday people are not able to create videos or even graphic design because it's so hard to use those softwares. And one thing I want to do at Lica is make the software work for you. You should be able to say that, hey, give me different themes and get different themes up here rather than learning 100 different buttons and what they mean on like a very static UI. So, and another thing, like third aspect is we are targeting an audience which is currently not able to super create videos, and we are enabling them to create videos. So if you are like a mid-sized company, you want to do more of Instagram marketing, how can we give you like an AI video designer to help you do so? So that you don't have to, learn tools. You can just talk to it and be like, next week, I want to get 7 videos out on these topics. Help me give themes. Help me customize it to my own brand identity. And this is what we are trying to do at Lica.
Thank you. I like that because if you used any of the creative platforms, whether it's Photoshop or some of these other tools for video editing, creating, there's just so much to learn. In fact, there's certifications in a lot of this stuff. And I'm glad that you're focusing on the individual, the artist, the creator versus having to learn something that is really, again, back to what we're trying to get away from is eliminating these tasks that need a lot of learning and application just to get something put out there. So again, I appreciate those 3 examples. Purvanshi, last question of the day. As a thought leader in the fusion of AI and design, what trends or developments in AI do you believe will have the most significant impact on creative industries in the near future?
Definitely. I think a rising trend that I see is like AI avatars for communication. Like you can form a virtual avatar and you can be at multiple places at the same time. And this is a very powerful idea because now you don't have to record content or even be in meetings yourself, which are not that heavily include you, right? Like stats show that 80% of the meetings could just be emails, and there are so many memes about it. So you can just jump a meeting if it's high stakes and it can prompt you to do so. And I've seen large number of companies trying to do this now. Another is like personalized content. Like now it's very easy to generate content in different languages, various cultural aspects. And it's very important to make a piece of content work for your audience rather than overfitting to like, hey, this is what our brand identity is. And we want every person to look at this form of content. Yeah, there are a couple of other good examples. For example, animation design and visual graphic design could be very fast with all of these rising tools. So I'm pretty much looking forward to that.
Thank you. And again, love it where we can maximize our time, focus more on the things that are important, higher level tasks, creating things as an artist. That is so important. And just the last year and a half, leveraged a lot of the AI tools, both in video and image creation. And of course, ChatGPT, et cetera, has saved a ton of time for me. And it allows me for some more creativity as well. So you highlighted some great things, Purvanshi. I really appreciate that. And Purvanshi, it was such a pleasure having you on today. And I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much for having me. It was a great conversation.
Bye for now.